1 in the morning, but I feel like this is the perfect time to film a story time of I got hit by a car. So, I did get hit by a car. Yes, I'm okay, clearly. So, I'm gonna give you a story time. So, first off, when I posted about it, a lot of people asked if I went to the police. The answer is no. It was a hit and run, okay? A lot of people were wondering, was it like, did I get hit by a car, or was I in a car crash? Was I like driving? I was a pedestrian in a crosswalk and got hit by a car when I was crossing the street. I was in the right, okay? So that's what happened. I have like this little paper. I couldn't find a whiteboard, but I have like this paper of kind of like how it happened, okay? And I'm gonna do my best to explain what happened because it was not fun. I don't believe in coincidences. I think everything happens for a reason. And so before I got to the bus stop and like where I got hit, insert a better picture of this girly, okay? So I was coming home from work. I stopped at the bank and then I was on the bus to go home. And when I was on the bus, there was a lot of traffic. My mood just dropped. I felt like I was gonna be sick on the bus, and I was like, no, like, you're fine, like, you're just hungry, you know, like, go home and have some supper, okay? I should have, like, thought about this a little more, and I believe, like, angel numbers, like, give you signs and stuff, okay? Call me crazy, but whatever. So as I was driving, I was, like, a little upset about, like, this guy I'm, like, kind of talking to, kind of not talking to, I don't know, it's this whole thing, so I was a little upset. Then I saw a car drive by with a license plate 555, and I was like, okay, you need to relax. But I was like, I don't feel like this was relating to the guy situation that I was upset about. I was like, I feel like that's maybe something. But I was like, well, I don't have anything else going on right now. Like, I don't know what that could pertain to. Girl getting hit by a car. So I was just like, okay, like, it's about this guy situation. Like, calm down. Like, just, you're okay. Everything happens for a reason. Like, smile. You're okay. So the bus was being delayed because of how much construction is going on and, like, traffic and stuff. And I was supposed to be home like 15 minutes like before, and I was still on this bus, not even close to where I needed to be to like go home. So anyways, I pull the thing to get off the bus to like request to stop, and that is okay. So we're coming down, we come down this way, okay, and over here, okay, and this is the bus stop, but it didn't let me off at this one. So then I like pulled it again. And I was like, hey, like, excuse me, I'd like to get off the bus, please. So then he stopped and let me off. And I was, like, already sad. Like I said, I was kind of just, like, all of a sudden, like, in a numb, sad mood. And I get off, and then the street of the name where I got off the bus, I'm going to just tell you where it was. I normally don't tell, like, where I am. But it was called Gary Street, okay? So I was, like, just, like, already feeling sad. Then I get off at Gary Street. And I was, like, wow, okay, like, girl, like, you need to really deal with your problems because, like, that's why the bus was delayed. Like, don't be so upset you got dropped off a block later than where you'd want to be. Like, it's fine. Like, you know, I was just like, okay, like, someone's trying to tell me something, you know? That's kind of the vibe I was getting. And the fact that I was at Gary Street, I was like, okay, like, you're okay, you're fine, you know, really just taking in the moment, realizing, like, I was safe, okay? I was not. Again, someone was trying to tell me something. Getting hit by a car. Okay? So then I walk all the way from Gary Street. I just put it on this side, but I was dropped off on this side of the street. And so I walk the block past the bus stop I would have been off. And I walk and I walk. And instead of crossing here, because it's not, the crosswalk didn't meet corner to corner, right? I walked to the crosswalk, okay? I was in the crosswalk when I got hit. And so where I live, the rule is if there's a pedestrian crossing the street, whether he's crossed, like the person crossing, if they've crossed your half of where you need to go, you still can't go. The handbook says that you cannot, like, you're not supposed to go until the pedestrian has crossed the street fully and has been on the sidewalk for at least 2 seconds, okay? But some people where I live, if the pedestrian has crossed half the street, the cars on that half will go, okay? And so that's kind of what happened in this situation, okay? So there is a stop sign right here, okay? and I was over here waiting to cross the street. I look both ways. There's no car. There's no cars, okay? But then I also see that there are cars here. There's 1, 2, and I'm not sure if there's a third. But there's like a wheelchair bus that's here, and he's turning. So obviously I stop because I'm not trying to walk out in front of this bus that's halfway through the crosswalk. So he goes, okay? Then I look both ways again. No cars coming this way. But then there's a black, I'm going to say car, but it wasn't a car. It was like an SUV thing. The car that hit me was like right here. I look both ways. No cars coming. I see this guy has his turn signal on, but he is stopped, okay? Like there's a stop sign. So he's stopped, okay? And I wait to see if he's gonna go, like if he sees me, and he's still sitting there for like a solid 3 seconds. So I'm like, okay, like this person in this car, and when I say he, I mean I couldn't see if it was a boy or girl. It was a hit or run. I have no description of who hit me. So the car is here, it stops, so I'm like, okay, I can cross the street. So I get to about here, right, like halfway, and the car is coming to turn to like be on this side of the street, and I'm not over enough, and he comes and he hits me. Okay, so I'm walking and he comes and hits, and I keep saying he, but I really don't know who it was, hits this entire side, like my shoulder gets hit by the mirror of the car because he's turning and I'm walking straight. So I get hit like this. My arm goes back. I like spin around and then catch myself like before I fall. And I'm like just in shock. I just got hit by a car. And so I finished crossing the street. And what way did I have this? No, this way. And so I finished crossing the street. So now I'm over here. Okay? And I look back and this car keeps going and he goes down this street over here. So I can't see him from like where I am, but I saw the 3 digits of his license plate, like the numbers, but I didn't see any of the letters. And I'm not like a car girl, despite how many ever car boys I've dated, car guys. I'm not a car girl. So I don't know what kind of car it was. I just know it was a black vehicle. I know the last 3 numbers. Like, I know the 3 numbers in the license plate, but I don't know any of the letters. And because of that, I'm not going to the police. I just don't have enough to go with. And just, like, besides the bruises, I'm pretty much okay. The first 2 days, my neck and shoulder were swollen and bruised. But, like, I'm okay now, you know? And so when I get across the street, like, I was just like, oh my gosh, like, am I dead? And, like, that's why that car, like, came at me. Like, he didn't see I was there because, like, I'm dead. I was listening to Sincerely by Nessa Barrett, and the line that was playing as I got hit was go to the grave, okay? And then boom, I got hit. So like the 555, also the license plate, the 3 numbers was an angel number. I'm just not gonna say what numbers, just because, you know, whatever, keep it privacy. Then getting off at Gary Street, talking about the grave in my ear, and I get hit by a black vehicle with an angel number license plate. And I was just like, so much just happened in 45 seconds. So anyways, the guy behind the person that hit me rolled down his window, and he was like, oh my gosh, like, are you okay? And I was like, yeah, I'm fine, trying to like hold back my tears. So then I crossed the other street because I have to get like over here. And I go down the alley instead of walking on the sidewalk because I was like, I don't really like to, when people can see me like crying and I'm like upset. Like, I don't care if I'm crying because of a movie, if you see me or whatever, but I was just like in a lot of pain. I just got hit by this car. And so I went down the alley to walk back to the house, and I was just crying, and I was like, I can't believe that just happened. So I get home and I'm like, yo, Mick, like, I just got hit by a car. And Mick was like, what? And so then I explained the whole story. I call my mom. And I'm like, I just got hit by a car. So her and my dad come over, and they come like look at me and like my arm and stuff, and like they brought me some food because anyways. So that was it. I got hit by a car. Yeah, a lot of people were like, maybe you should go to the police and stuff, but like with little information I have about this and little like scratches and bruises, you know, like unfortunately, like, I just feel like it won't get through and nothing will get done about it. And I mean, like, obviously I'm not, like, happy I got hit by a car. But, like, I don't know. So many people were like, how do you feel? Like, are you okay? And I was just like, I don't know how you're supposed to feel after you've been hit by a car. Like, I didn't go on the car. I didn't go under the car. Like, my entire side got body chucked by the car. Like, you know what I mean? And so people, like, it's just weird. Like, how do you feel? I don't know. I feel like I was hit by a car. Like, what do you want me to say? I don't know. But I went swimming the next day after I got hit because I had made plans to go swimming with Mick. So I was like, took some painkillers and we went to the pool. And that was a bad idea because I'm really paying for it today. And what day did I get hit? I got hit on the 10th. So, yeah. Thanks for watching. Make sure to give this video a thumbs up. Subscribe for more stories. Hopefully not another I got hit by a car story. But maybe I'll start doing story times if more weird stuff keeps happening to me. Who knows? Bye, guys.